Ideas are nothing. Execution is the game. If you want to run a sustainable business, you need to focus. The best is you focus on one thing only. And many brilliant people, they have difficulty with this because they have so many brilliant ideas. And more simple kind of, simple-minded people, they win because they have one idea, one focus, and they just go. If you want to really do something, then you need to set priorities. It's not everything at the same time. And maybe you saw successful people who start one thing and they finish it. They don't start everything at the same time. And those who do, they usually don't finish anything, or only have an idea of starting everything and never actually starting anything. This is also a very common case. And that's the reason why I have one Instagram account, not to mention my mom's account, which is already a distraction for me, because I have basically two kinds of businesses, if not to say more. But I try to keep it as simple as possible. I'm also one of those people who have different ideas, But the more I go, the further I go, the more I realize I need to focus as much as possible. So don't repeat my mistakes and don't repeat the mistakes of other people when you start everything at the same time. Start one Instagram account, start one YouTube channel if you want. And sometimes, brilliant people, they say, why don't you start another channel? Well, another channel means double effort. And you have to be regular on YouTube if you want to grow on YouTube, especially when you start. So at least once a week you have to be there, and making just one good video is quite a lot of work. And also additionally, if you make, YouTube shorts and everything, it can be altogether a very challenging task, which you might not have time for. So if you want to start something, really, please focus just on one thing at a time. And for example, on this YouTube channel, one of the milestones would be for me to reach 1,000 subscribers, And if you can help me with this and subscribe to this YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it. And on top, you'll get a lot of interesting content and valuable content when it comes to building your freedom, building your business, building your great personality, which you already have. You just didn't discover it, maybe. So it's a win-win situation if you subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. It also supports my channel the great way, because YouTube then understands that this is something valuable showing to other people as well. So having said that, for me to start another YouTube channel, this would make sense if this first YouTube channel would already be so big and easy to sustain, because when you grow really big, you can change to one video per month and still get quite a lot of views. But when you just start, you need more than that. You need more effort, It's just like starting any kind of business. At the beginning, you need to put more effort. It's a little bit early here, and my hair is still a little bit wet. I think I deserve some coffee. And caffeine is something I really cannot get rid of. If you have any ideas how to get rid of coffee and tea, just let me know in the comments. I was very successful with getting rid of alcohol, I mentioned it in this video, but caffeine is so hard. So let's get some coffee. So what is the usual result of people, have a lot of brilliant ideas, but don't have the focus? First of all, very often they have brilliant ideas, but they don't start. They procrastinate because there are so many. And if you have to start everything at the same time, it's just too much effort and they just procrastinate. I've spoken a lot about procrastination. One of my videos here, you can check it out after you finish this one, just not to go into depth on this topic here. And if people manage to start a few things at the same time, usually they never finish one project. They never go to the point when one project works pretty well. They cannot sustain so many at the same time. And one more result of such activity is a burnout, which is very common for content creators, entrepreneurs in general, because you have to be creative, you have to go on. And at some point it's just more and more overwhelming unless you learn really to do one thing at a time, step by step, you know. And I've known quite a lot of successful entrepreneurs who get a lot of money from their business, but they feel like they are employees because their schedule is completely full, you know. They don't have their weekends. It's worse than being an employee, because when you are an employee, you usually have your evenings and weekends off. But if you're a business person who, you know, doing everything at the same time, at some point you might end up with, you know, just jailing yourself to the point that you cannot breathe anymore, you know. And even some great possibility pops up, you don't have the time to meet that person or to look at this possibility because you are busy with doing regular tasks all the time. And this kind of entrepreneurs, those who are smart, they end up, you know, cutting out some of the projects and really focusing on one thing only, or maybe a few things, but not, you know, everything at the same time. Even they are already successful, and somehow it feels like they can afford a team who should take care of it. But even a team, you know, when you have a team, you have more responsibilities. You are responsible for your business, you're responsible for yourself and your family, and on top you're also responsible for your team. Great. And it's a great thing, but ask yourself, are you ready for this? Or you want to keep your business a little bit small, but keep yourself a little bit more free so that you can choose? The idea of having freedom and building your business is about passive income, meaning you need to build a business which you can, you know, scale and still get enough income. So this is the idea when it comes to building your freedom, building your business. This is the topic of this channel. Not just to have a business and being busy. It's not about being busy, it's about being free. It's about having purpose as well, but also having your freedom, building your life, being there for people. And you cannot be there for people if you're too busy, if you're too tired, if you don't have time to read their comments or to answer their comments, which sometimes is the case also with me. Rare case, but still. But usually if it happens, I, you know, catch up a little bit later. So it's not personal if I don't answer right away. Eventually I do. This was what I was trying to say. And by the way, I love your comments. Comments is kind of like a love language for me. So make sure you leave one or just say hello and, you know, introduce yourself if you're new. I will, you know, really appreciate to hear from you. So please stop trying doing too many things at the same time. Okay, if it works for you, okay, but does it really? Or you have many ideas but you don't execute anything, or almost nothing? Tell me. And this is what I'm teaching on this channel. Building your freedom, building your business, but not for the sake of building a business, but for the sake of your freedom. Because this is the most important, you know. In one of my videos I cover quite a lot about different freedoms we need in life. I'll link it here, you can check it out. But this is really about freedom. Also starting your business. It's not about becoming, you know, joining the race, you know. And if you decide to build your business, I can help you with this. You can join my program. It is linked in the description below. Also, there's a free training on building your dream business. I highly recommend checking this out if you have some ideas or you don't have, but you lack action. Then this is something for you. Don't procrastinate. Take action today, you know. You are not just watching a video. You are here to learn something and to implement something and to do something. Life is about experiencing things, not about just learning, just hearing, just looking, just watching. Enjoy life, you know, step by step, one thing at a time. Focus on one thing and then get the best out of it. And in my online program, I teach how to grow on Instagram. And it's really like my approach is not that you have to post so much every day, which is a good strategy, by the way, but not for freedom seekers, not for people who want to have freedom in their life. You know, there are many people who start on Instagram and they post all the time and they're so busy all the time, you know, and the whole family starts hating them because they're making videos and pictures all the time. This is not my approach. And you can check my Instagram account, link in the description below. I'm not posting that much because I want my freedom. And I don't have millions of followers. And business is not about quantity. It's about having true connections. You know, like they say, 1,000 true fans is enough to run a sustainable business. So building connections to people, really trying to help those you can help, and not just trying to reach everybody, you know, and post everything and being stressful. And it's not what I'm preaching here. So if you want to build your freedom, prioritize, focus, and really become free. If freedom is what you want, of course, which I assume it is if you're watching this channel. And I hope you like this video. Give it a like, leave me a comment, and if you subscribe, I will see you in my next video.